We'll begin the meeting with the start of the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Dan Pillow.
Here.
Jennifer Anderson. Here. Ron Pugh. Ann Pillow.
Here.
Al Glick.
Here.
Pam Jackson.
Here. And Council Ron did send an email out to let you know he wouldn't be here tonight. What's your pleasure?
Make a motion we accept the absence of Councilman Ron Pugh.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Pam Jackson. And call for the vote.
Dan Pillow.
Yay.
Jennifer Anderson.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
I'm going to start off with the clerk's report.
You received the minutes of December the 20th, which was the regular council meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from December the 20th.
Second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Dan Pillow. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow.
Yay.
Jennifer Anderson.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
You received the minutes of the January 1st, 2022 special council meeting.
Make a motion we adopt the minutes from January the 1st meeting.
I'll second it. Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Ann Pillow. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow.
Yay.
Jennifer Anderson.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
You received Pay Ordinance A1, and this is for biweekly pay period that was paid on December 31st, 2021. From the general fund, $7,723.54. From the street construction maintenance repair fund, $3,756.82. From the water fund, $2,613.96, for a combined total of $14,094.32.
Make a motion to accept ordinance number A1.
I'll second it.
Motion by Ann Pillow, second by Pam Jackson. Is there any discussion?
I have a question. On number 16, do we ever resolve the issue of the overtime and how it's accrued for the not the maintenance, but the water department, water maintenance, should I say? I thought we discussed it, but I don't think we ever came to a
No, we didn't.
conclusion on.
15 or 16? Which one?
16.
16.
Anthony.
I don't recall if we ever, I don't think we ever did. It's the coming in on the weekends. I'm assuming that's what this is.
On
I
this
guess that's another
16 hours,
question.
it's not, this was actually call-in because there was 3 days when there were some different incidents in the village to do with water. But there has been an issue over with the weekend, which has been, I have explained to the water board that the weekend was never paid at overtime. The weekend, that used to be contractual when Bill Wickman and Hart Jackson did it in addition to their maintenance job, and they worked it out between the two of them. And that if this is going to be a continued pattern, then their hours have got to be, his hours has got to be adjusted to include that 2 days on the weekend, according to your personnel policy.
I mean, I did go to the water board and I told
I
them
thought
everything
that-
last time and told them
Okay.
how
but-
that was supposed to work.
All right, but
Now
Mark,
these past 2 weeks, I don't know when that main break happened.
That was on Thursday, and then they had that incident on the Sunday or Monday.
But this is before then.
okay.
This is a paid period that would have been,
This would be.
Before
the-
we actually discussed it and
Yes.
had them read.
Oh, okay, so
Yes.
that's not the
Visited.
recent one.
So
no,
So this here would or would not involve?
No, this did not involve over there,
Okay,
no.
Mayor,
This is actually
if
here.
I remember correctly, council and the water board were supposed to meet so we could kind of go through the whole gambit of our relationship.
Yes, we
And how
should.
we
Right.
thought
yeah.
things were going to go. But we-
Yeah, and I thought that the mayor did, I remember that part of it,
Mhm.
and then I guess it still
Yeah,
continued after
it
your
hasn't been
discussion.
easy discussing things with them.
Okay.
The best thing would be is have them come to the next council meeting.
Or have just a council
Just
meeting with
a
them.
special meeting with them.
Okay, yeah, so we can discuss that, because in my opinion, I don't think we've ever approved the full-time position. So that's another thing that is happening and we didn't really authorize.
We definitely need to look back at that because they did come, Jason came and asked for that at a council meeting, and I don't know what.
Yeah,
y'all
and I
did.
know they presented some type of synopsis of what his job was, but it doesn't match anything like what we currently have. That's why I just want to make sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that they don't, that he's not doing that he should be doing.
Well, what about the memorandum of understanding at one time when Mr. Brinkman was here?
Yeah, we have that still.
Is that still in place where that
Mhm.
maintenance person?
They wanted to
reports?
actually, the reason we went there, because they wanted to just up and remove it, and I said, it doesn't matter if you remove it, because if you read our policy, it states the same.
Okay.
Because our policy stays the same as a memorandum, so technically we don't, it's more of a, here you go, water board, if this is a feel-good thing.
Mhm.
But in our policy, it's stated
It's
exactly as
specified.
it is in the memorandum.
So we
Sort of as
definitely
a
need to have a
reminder to do
meeting
it.
Right,
with them.
I think we should
right?
have a special
Yes,
meeting
you're
so we
gonna
can
have
just
to have
hammer
one.
that out because apparently they're not listening to me
Well,
either.
it's putting me in the middle, and I don't want to be
No, I
in the
don't
middle
like being
of
in the
this,
middle of it.
and it falls on me.
that's all, I just wanted to see if that was into an
Any further
emergency.
discussion?
We want to set a date for that meeting?
Because while you're all here, that would be a good idea.
Well, the 24th is out.
Well, that one's gonna get rescheduled too.
Oh, okay. So you want to make it the
So we could
24th?
do the 24th if we already have it.
Are you already-
It's
they
just
wanted
gonna be
water
for something
board meeting
different.
They met tonight,
Oh,
so they don't meet again for a month, and they meet on the second Monday, and it sort of threw things off because we're meeting on the second Monday this time. So,
Because I mean, we already have a council special meeting for the
So-
24th, in which we're gonna have to reschedule what it was originally for. So we could use that one day if you guys, if that's okay with everybody.
So we want to make the 24th, the water board.
Water board council, so it's still a special meeting.
Okay.
Since
same
that's-
time or 6 o'clock or,
We had,
Can we still do 7? Or do you guys need 6?
well, our actual meetings are 7 o'clock, so. It's up to you guys.
If that helps you, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know about the water board.
so 7?
I'm not trying to be complicated.
We still need the pay ordinance adopted.
Pay ordinance forward.
We still, who's in the middle of this?
Is there any other discussion?
Okay, so water board's the 24th at 7.
Yeah. Call for the vote.
This is your voting on the pay ordinance I just read.
At 7. Did I say it so quick? I probably said it so quick, but blended in.
Call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Anderson,
Yeah.
Dan Pillow,
yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Okay,
Next one you have is is A2, and this here is for monthly salaries from the general fund, $7,350, from the water board fund, $1,018, even for a total of $8,368.
I'll make a motion to accept the ordinance A2.
Second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Dan Pillow. Is there any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Anderson,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Then you have AC, and this is for accounts payable, the general fund, $7,927.48. From the street construction, maintenance, and repair fund, $940.25. From the water fund, $135. Combined total all funds is $9,002.73.
Make a motion, we pay ordinance AC.
Second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Jennifer Anderson. Any discussion?
Very quickly, Margaret.
Yes.
Am I missing the firehouse on the electric bills?
Well, Dan, we found out that what we collect in taxes has to be used for paying of the services, not for the utilities. And for the last year, we have been paying it out of the general fund.
Okay. How is that different from the rest of the electric that we use? I mean, it's an electric bill.
Well, it has to do with the way the ordinance read when it was put before the electors, that it's for fire and EMS and those type of services. It doesn't include anything in there to do with the structure or the maintenance of the building.
We never had fire maintenance or EMS and.
So in other words, it's on the same bill as this building?
No, it's on a separate bill. We used to take it out of the fire fund, and then we found out
Oh, okay.
later that the purpose of that tax levy was to provide the actual services to our residents, not for the structure and upkeep of that building.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine, but how do you list it now?
How do I list it?
Yeah, as coming out of
Out of the general fund.
the general fund?
Yeah.
Okay, I just didn't see it on here, that's all.
Yeah, that's why. This was brought to our attention last year when Mr. Dalton was the finance chairman.
Mm-hmm,
So that's what the change is.
okay.
Any other discussion? No discussion, call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Anderson,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
You also received a copy of the financial statement from the bank statement and reconciliation from December. You should have received a spreadsheet, and I also put a copy in your packets. You will see that in addition to the bank statement, there is copies of the outstanding checks, and there are several of them, and that's to do because of last minute payments that went out, that was brought in or, charged. But you have the regular operating fund, then you have the sweep account, and then you have the savings account, and then attached to that is a cash summary of all funds. And if you look on the cash summary by funds, it lists all the funds by number, the name of the fund balance, where adjustments were made, revenue brought in, the transfers, total fund and adjustments and transfers, expenditures, transfers out, and then the ending balance. The ending balance of all funds, and this includes water and sewer funds, $372,388.44, and that's what is on the bank statement. I know it's a little bit different than what you've received in the past, but that's it.
Is that all you have, Margaret?
I need a motion on
Yeah.
that.
I'll make a motion to
Sorry.
approve the financial statements to council.
Second it.
Motion by Pam, second by Jennifer. Any discussions on any of those? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Anderson,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
I know you received an email from, it was addressed to Mayor Mear, and it's from Donald M. McWhorter. And it is, this letter is to serve as my notice of resignation from the Village of Addyston Police Department effective February 22nd, 2022. I want to thank you and council for the opportunity to serve the Village of Addyston for 19 years and wish you all the best in the future. Respectively submitted, Don M. McWhorter. Could I have a motion to either accept or reject?
I'm not saying anything.
I'm sorry.
I said I'm not saying anything.
I make a motion we reject the resignation at this time. I'd like to have some time to talk about it, find out more about the situation. That's just mine.
Oh, I could have said that. No, you ain't allowed to leave. I'm just trying to be professional.
Yeah, not a problem.
I second his.
Okay. Dan Pillow made the motion to reject the resignation letter. Jennifer second. Council, any discussion?
Who's requesting the resignation?
It's all right.
Don, just don't want to speak on it.
I'd like to hear what Don has to, I mean.
Well, I mean, okay, I'm sorry, yeah. Go ahead. I thought it's something that we would take a little more time on, but if you want to have a discussion right now, that's fine.
Apparently,
fine.
are you starting a new position or something?
I've accepted a position in the Hamilton County Park District.
And I'm assuming you're starting by that date?
Yes.
He took another job, so he will be leaving whether we accept or reject it.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to check it out personally anyway, so that's all
I
right.
don't want to hear my comment, okay?
Well, in that case, it's a done deal, and there's nothing I can do about it. I will rescind my motion.
Me too.
Okay. All right. I'm just checking.
No, that's fine.
That's all I have.
And, well, did you guys want to accept it or just leave it be
Yeah,
hanging in the
reject it.
wind? Well, he rescinded his
Yeah,
motion.
so do you want to make a new one to accept it now?
Accept it. All right, motion to accept. Is that the right words?
Yeah.
No second.
Motion by Jennifer Anderson, second by Al Glick. Call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Nay?
Jennifer Anderson,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick, Pam Jackson.
Yay.
I didn't get those on that side, I really don't.
I
think
didn't
that
hear
well.
either.
Were they
I was just
nays or
looking at her
yays?
paper.
Well, I
to
was
see what-
trying, I think Al
Yay,
said
yay,
yay.
yay.
Okay.
You said yay?
Yay.
So I have to say
That's
a
why I
little bit
said I think you
better.
wanted to ask it again. 'Cause I couldn't tell me.
Pam, you said yay. Okay.
Was it carried?
Yes, it was carried.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay, I didn't know. I want
Yeah.
to wait and make sure.
I'm good.
Mhm.
No surprises.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know, I did at least want the opportunity to talk about it, and I still will.
All right, there's a few things that I'd like to bring to you, council. Nothing too much too big, whatever. So that second tan project that you guys approved, where they asked for 30, I can't remember exactly, 30-something matching amount. That went down to 27 instead of just over 30, so I wanted to let you know, which is better than what was before. The second thing I have is, I also got, since they passed an infrastructure bill, which includes $7.5 billion to build out national charging network. It's basically for the EV2 or EV3s, fast charging, for electric cars. They're putting out grants to have, you know, if you wanted somewhere to have an electric car station. You know, it says here some of the questions: what does the city wish to accomplish by installing it? Charging stations for, like, say if we ended up owning electric vehicles, possible revenue generator, an amenity for residents and visitors, making them attractive place to live, work, and play. But it's a grant for it. If council wishes to try it or not try it, I just wanted to check and see.
And that
if you
is
guys-
specifically for that, huh?
That's
Mayor?
specifically for charging stations for electric cars. And of course, if we have those up, obviously the revenue would go to the village. But I wanted to run that by you guys and ask whether or not I should tell them, I don't know, we'll look into it.
We have a deadline.
This one, I believe. I think this is January 17th. Or it's even, no, this is further out. I don't have a deadline date on this
Oh,
one.
okay.
Because this one's just come out
Okay, great.
from that infrastructure bill that they passed.
I think if we can get ahead of the curve and there's money for that specifically. and
I mean,
we-
it would be, yeah, it would be like revenue to the village
Yeah,
if we did. And it's,
yeah, I'd be,
they're looking to push at least 40% of the dollars will be spent on underserved communities. So we have obviously a really good chance at getting one of those put in. But I just wanted to ask council if that's something you want to check out.
I would certainly make a motion that we further investigate that particular grant.
Second this.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Al Glick, to move forward and see what that's all about, and then I'll bring more information to you guys at the next meeting. Hopefully I'll have like detailed information for this for you.
That's good.
Any other further discussion on that one? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Anderson,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yeah.
Pam Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay, and the second one I'm coming back with is from the ODOT. Terry, the one I emailed originally about all the signs and things we wanted to do to put up. He did respond to that. They're going to do some research with this intersection before they put the new beacons up, because they want to know what size, the distance and everything out here at Germany. Now he did ask us, you know, he wanted to point out that once we do the left turn only at dining like you guys want to do, those left turners will most likely access 50 down here at our traffic light, as opposed to driving east into Sailor Park. I do not know what left turn volume is, so it's hard to say what kind of impact it will have on the signal timing or on queue links on Germany Lane approach. Just something that he would like council to consider before moving forward. So, I mean, I guess what he's saying is we really should look into, okay, so if we end up sending all these people down here to do their left turn, you know, are we going to have constant congestion here at this light for them getting out? So that's just something maybe we're going to look into and do a little bit more investigation into
Yeah, because only what, two,
before I actually
maybe
make
three
that left
cars
turn
could
only.
make that.
So I just want to know if you guys wanted to just further investigate that a little bit, see what our traffic would look like, or are we just going to go willy-nilly and go all in and do it?
There's a lot of wrecks up there.
That's-
I mean, is there a way
That's what I was,
to,
yeah, I was going to have, same people I've been talking to, I'm going to ask them to go ahead and See if they'll investigate that, look into it forward before we really throw ourselves into it.
So like, what do they do? Would they
And
put
we
down
end
like
up
one of
with
those
traffic
lines?
jam.
Is
Yeah,
that
well,
how
we
they do
already
it?
have a raised center there.
No, I mean like that thing that to monitor. Like, you know how like when you're going across a certain spot, like, and there's that,
Traffic count.
yeah, there we go. That was the word I was looking for.
Well, problem is, we gotta see, I've even thought about sitting down there, you have to watch who's turning left.
But that's what I mean.
Because
if they
not
have a-
everybody's coming off there.
Duh, it doesn't have a way to, sorry, my brain isn't working. I know what I'm
That's
thinking, I
okay.
just wasn't.
No, but I'll ask him what we can do in getting some sort of study done right there. Maybe there's some guys that'll take turns sitting out there and start doing counts, and actual counts
Did
of
we
how
talk
many
to them
we've
about
got.
considering on our, how we wanted to make the move to church? Is that something they might consider?
Yeah,
That's what I
that's,
wanted to discuss as well. Well, I'd like to be able to see if we could do a study of the effects of literally moving that light to the Church Street intersection.
abandoning that one.
Yeah,
Just
or
making a
at least
stop sign.
making it only a left turn or something like that.
Right.
I don't know, just a study that I don't think that we are capable of doing. We really probably need to get a professional if we can find
That's
the
kind of why
money to do
I'm
so.
tapping these people out and
Yeah.
trying to get them to do these for us so
Yeah.
that we can see, okay, well, what kind of impact are we actually gonna have here?
Mhm.
Because if we go ahead and stop people from turning left down there, what's that really gonna do to us?
Yeah.
I mean, we could give it a shot for a month and see what it's like.
Yeah, but that's just a lot of extra.
Be worth a try though.
Especially during, I think where we'd see problems is during our peak hours,
Yeah,
our busy work hours.
and that's when all usually the wrecks are too, I think.
Yeah.
And maybe Don can add to that.
Oh, yeah, we,
It's most of our accidents making a left turn during peak time hours.
For a while it was, and now it's just,
Just random.
yeah, it's, you can't really put a heavy time on it.
Like 3 to 5. something
People
like
just
that.
take a chance.
Yeah.
Oh, I can make it. Like, oops, I hesitated too long.
The problem is that corner is so deceptive, people can't tell when they're turning left, how fast they're really coming around the
fast,
corner.
yeah.
And then the other problem is if you got a car, if you got pickup trucks coming west on 50 and they're turning left off of 90, if that truck in the far right lane is turning right into here, a lot of people will tell us they didn't see the car in the high-speed lane, so they'll start out thinking that vehicle's gonna turn, and they get out and, hello, there's a truck on their side. That's, other than, and I understand what you're saying about the congestion out here, the only other thing would be if the council was to ask the state to put another traffic light in down there. That way you don't have to worry about the heavy congestion here, but I mean, something's definitely gotta be
And
done.
that
down
might
there.
still throw it backwards down there too, the timing
Yeah,
of the lights.
it's,
Yeah, because there's not enough distance for them.
Yeah, see where there's distance
Sit.
between Church Street and out, we have more distance.
It just seems like,
Deal with
I mean, obviously it's a great idea because the accidents are horrendous anymore. But, I mean, what is it, like 2 cars can go here before you actually are congested into this lane
I never
of
have really took.
3
Yeah,
cars.
6 of my-
3, like depending on how
I
people.
stand out that side.
Well, I'm just saying, like, depending on how people drive or how people stop, and, you know, then all of a sudden you've got 2 cars waiting, and then you've got an entire lane trying to come down
That's
Main.
the left turn that we might run into with issues. But I mean, what I'll do is I'll ask them about getting that actual research done to find out exactly what kind of impact that's gonna have. And then maybe, well, I still look for grants and such and maybe start something with that one and see what there is. I haven't seen anything from that one yet, but I will. I just wanted to update you guys on where I'm at with them and what they're doing.
Mayor, while you're talking about grants, there's one thing I don't know, and I haven't had the time to search it out. I don't know if anybody's looked at it, but we need to make sure that we don't miss a grant that will help us insulate this building, get the windows changed and stuff like that.
Efficiency.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Since you brought that up, Dan, Ron, the guy, Llewellyn, that's been in, he's mentioned to me that, you know, that they've helped other, like, school districts and that with, they're doing one now that's to do with the COVID stuff, like the intake. And I did tell him to put, you know, part of that, you know, like in a list of
Oh, we
things that
did
need to
bring
be
that
done.
up here. because if you do something with your air system
Yeah,
and stuff, you can actually use that towards the CARE Act type loan.
right.
Yeah.
The
That's
thing with
great.
it is, we've got to act on what we're doing because I'm getting, every day, they're screaming at me, send us what you're using the money for, and we're not showing them what we're spending. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
we're not spending, right?
no, we're not, and
Right,
we've
yeah.
spent, you know, like the federal stuff, now we've got like county money.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is that if I send it to the county, I can't report it to the state, and they don't seem to want to accept that. I guess they think that, I don't know if they're not talking to each other or what, but, you know, we do need to do something to show them that we are using some of the money.
We've been trying to do.
Because will they
for 20
rescind the
years.
money? Like, will they take the money back if you
Well,
don't?
they just, we won't get any more until you use it. I mean, it's that
considerable.
simple.
Yeah, so, how do you want to move forward on looking into that? Who do we talk to? Is this something we need an engineering firm to look at, or? a
I can
window
ask them
company?
as well, and then I'll go
Yes,
ahead
Ron.
and,
As long as they
Yeah.
don't cost us too much, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Shouldn't.
that and,
and I am still actually trying to find contractors for bathrooms.
absolutely, yeah. There was one guy that was gonna look at it that Bob had suggested, but he went to Florida for the winter.
It's a
Yeah.
snowbird, huh?
Excuse me. Yeah, that's sort of what it is, yeah. Great.
All right, I only have a few things left. Then also I would like to appoint Dustin Struckman as the street commissioner.
And then I would make the motion, if the mayor wants Dustin to be the street commissioner, that we appoint him, approve her appointment.
Second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Jennifer Anderson. Any discussion?
Has it been 6 months?
Doesn't matter. It's a time. I brought this just in case.
Yeah, I asked the question, sorry.
No, that's fine.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Has it been 6 months?
6 months.
Oh, has it been 6 months?
So it's a boy, time flies.
It does.
What it is that you only have a limited time window to appoint a street commissioner.
Yes, that's the second meeting in,
Second
And
meeting in
then-
January.
Yes. And at the end of it, like at the end of every other job, it says that it's on probation for 6 months.
I can recommend him for full
So,
permit.
well, I have that in front of me. Yeah, so you have to appoint the person by the second Monday in January and the February for the window of the street commissioner. And then from that time, they have 6 months probationary period on that. On that.
So he's got 6 months on the commissioner position.
Each
Yeah.
one of them.
Each
Okay.
one.
So if he's supervisor for maintenance and he's already on 6 months, how do you, is it
Two
still
different days.
6?
Two different jobs.
Okay.
Yeah.
not that don't want you to have it, just making sure we're not getting in trouble.
Okay.
I hear ya.
We're always getting in trouble for these little things.
All right, call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yes, yay.
Jennifer Anderson,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay. And one of the last things I have is that, since Chief is leaving, I would like to get another chief interim in place right now. And I do have actually a stack of resumes to go through. For the chief's position, I would like to nominate Eric Pennekamp for chief interim. Let me say that right, interim. And get him put in place.
Is it gonna be the same as what Don was doing, or do you need something
With
different?
the hours
or-
of work.
Yeah, the work hours, or,
No, he's going to first shift.
okay, I just didn't know.
Yeah,
if it
he's
was-
stepping into his shoes.
Okay. I
He will
wasn't
be
sure if there was
stepping
a
into his
change maybe
shoes.
wanting, or whatever. Alright, okay. I'll make a motion to accept the appointment.
I'll second that.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Dan Pillow, to accept Pennekamp into the chief interim position. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Anderson,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
We'll just go ahead and do this now. I like that sign.
Just so I like that side.
Yeah,
Get out of my spot.
all right. I,
I,
what's your name?
Eric Pennekamp,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution and laws
that I will support the Constitution and laws
of the United States of America,
of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the State of Ohio,
of the State of Ohio,
and the laws and ordinances of the Village of Addyston,
and the laws and ordinances of the Village of Addyston,
to which I am appointed,
to which I am appointed,
and to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
will discharge the duties of this office.
will discharge the duties of this office.
All right.
Thank you.
Welcome, Chief.
Thank you.
There, I'll get this in this.
Mayor, I should have said this in the discussion. Will we be paying both? How are we going to affect the pay? Are we going to pay them both or at that interim rate or when
There is
Don
no
leaves?
interim rate.
Well,
Don is
what-
being paid acting chief, but he's being paid at his regular salary
that's what
at that
I
rate
want.
of pay.
And then he's still getting his regular while he's interim.
That's what I want.
Because when she did that one thing, I did question that.
Mm-hmm.
That got changed, right?
The which one? The what? It's not, some of it's not
When you
changed
did
yet.
that new pay
Oh, the
update
pay,
sheet.
the pay sheet,
Yeah, because it said the
The
chief
ordinance
interim
has been
was,
adopted.
yeah.
okay.
She's talking about on the last pay ordinance, right? Is that what you mean?
The thing that you gave us last, the other week?
Yeah,
You took it off, you changed it, don't worry.
Okay.
It's good.
I was just wondering what.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
No, because she
The
pointed it out
wording
and
on
Bob
it needed
sent me a
fixed.
clean one
Because it
Yeah,
had
Yeah.
both,
that
didn't
was
it?
signed. No, it's something you weren't here yet. honey.
Because we didn't know how, when and if, what
There
was
it
gonna
is.
happen actually with
Yeah.
our chief position.
compensation of the positions.
I think that's, I got a copy of that the
Oh,
other,
okay.
the other
But-
meeting.
Where under lieutenant, they had a / acting chief. That's been taken off. Bob sent me
Yeah,
a
they have-
clean one that you
Yeah,
signed.
police chief,
Okay.
acting police chief,
Yeah,
because if they adopted that,
But it
then you'd
wouldn't
all
have-
been in trouble.
It wouldn't have been retro.
Okay. I think that's all I have right now. But I don't know if I have to bring this up, that's it. Is there any other ordinances besides this one?
That's it.
That's it? Okay, the other ordinance is I would like to go ahead and fix, because the last time that we had Brian as a backup magistrate, we had it set for a specific date,
yeah.
which this is just stating that he's a backup magistrate in case we need someone to step in.
Makes sense.
So I would like to appoint Brian Lurick as just a backup magistrate.
I make a motion that the rules be suspended, said ordinance be read 3 times by title only and declared an emergency.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Pam Jackson. Are there any discussions? No discussions, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Anderson,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
First reading an ordinance appointing Brian Lurk, backup magistrate of the Addyston Mayor's Court and setting compensation. Second reading an ordinance appointing Brian Lurk, backup magistrate of the Addyston Mayor's Court and setting compensation. Third reading an ordinance appointing Brian Lurk, backup magistrate of the Addyston Mayor's Court and setting compensation.
Make a motion that the ordinance be adopted as read.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Ann Pillow. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Anderson,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Kim Jackson.
Yay.
This will be number 1.
Oh, and I do have one last thing, I'm sorry. I was writing it down, I was in the process of writing it down. The water board, Jason was here before the meeting, he'd done left, but he asked that I would bring Joanne Talby, that they would like to have appointed in the open seat on the water board. I mean, you guys can either take it or leave it. I don't know who Joanne Talby is.
Joanne Talby.
I
Just
do.
not thinking.
I don't even
Joanne
think I know.
Colby, she's got 2 children, 3 children. She's got a daughter, an older daughter, and then she's got, no, she, is it, hold on, hold on, you're talking about Joanne Colby.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't figure out who
She
it was.
lives in Brian's property.
Joni.
Joni, it's Joni.
Joni.
Yeah.
She goes by Joni Getz, or Joni Getz is her maiden name.
Yeah, that's who, that's where we
So
go.
that's who they would like to fill the empty seat with. All I can do is bring it up.
Not our appointment. We have to either say yay or nay as to whether we agree with what they're proposing. That's sort of what's in our lap.
I mean, I don't have anybody else that's come to me at all to fill that position, except for this one. If you want to sit on that for the next meeting, that's fine.
Can we please?
Yep.
Council, can you agree to that?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can think about that. I'm absolutely just fine with
Thank
that. Okay, that's all I have for now.
I have one thing I forgot. I did forget one thing, and I hope that you will put this, when we meet with the water board on the 26th, all of you should have received an email from me that was forwarded from Lynn Bowman concerning the storm water and her sewer water. She texted me, I can show you all the texts over the weekend, and I explained to her to reach out to council and the water board, and I did include the water board on that email. Again, last night she wanted, and I told her, I'll just bring it to council, but if you could put that on the agenda for when you meet with them on the 26th, and maybe in the meantime, we can find out about the storm sewer.
Yeah, I'm glad you
sewers
brought that up.
And the sewer itself, because she's telling me that MSD is saying that they're tied together and all this stuff. And I said, I know years ago we were working on something to do with the storm, separating them, but I don't know everything. And maybe this would give us an opportunity to look back through records.
Yeah, and I can kind of give council a little background. When I was working in maintenance 20 years ago or better, that Metropolitan Sewer put out a ordinance, for lack of a better word, to all the residents of the village of Addyston, that they had to take their roof drains, their yard drains, and all of that stuff out of the sanitary sewer. Because the sanitary sewer was loading up, they didn't have enough room for the stuff that goes through the sanitary sewers leak. So I watched all my neighbors do that, take their roof drains out and put them, into a street drain or somewhere into the street drain. But I think they also asked the village to make sure that we took all of our drains, our street drains, out of the sanitary sewer because it was overflowing them. And we did that. I'd say we got 90% of it done. But this end of town, we got done completely. We ran all of our runoffs into creeks and streams and took them all, physically took all of that out. Now, I'm not sure what Lynn's problem is, unless they didn't take their water out. That really shouldn't make any difference. I just don't know. She says it's a low spot in the street there, so it might be a structural
There is a
issue.
basin between those two areas, if I haven't told you. I'm sure you found it by now.
Right.
Between Ann Bowman's and that apartment building, maybe
300.
make sure that it stays clear, but beyond that, I mean, if it's backing up into her, she
Well,
might
yeah, it's
want to
coming
look
out of
into
her
running a
sanitary
new.
line.
She might want to
assume.
look into running a new line.
She said that she's put new lines in and stuff, and she's still having the problem. I just told her that.
And also, I wanted
know.
to say something else, because also with our Main Street project, this is part of, let's see, do you remember when it wasn't just the electric people out here? We also had MSD out here doing stuff in our street. What they did was they installed meters out here. So they're actually already started the project of the water sewer separation through Main Street right here. So they stuck, and that's probably what she's talking about when she said that they put a meter in, because they did that entirely all the way up and down Main Street. Now, as far as it would be an MSD project to separate our storm flows going down through here, and it's the Addyston ESR project that would, and we would be separating 9 inlets along Main Street that are currently connected to the combined sewer. And the project is still in the planning stage right now. That's why I don't have any kind of specifics, but with a construction expected around 2026. So I think that's what she was referring to. So if you guys wanted to, I can respond to her with that MSD's project. That's what it is for the
That's a long time to
separation.
get back up.
Can you send a copy of that to the rest of us, what you're talking about there?
Yeah.
Just so we have it in the file.
Yeah, well, I just found this out today
Yeah.
because I was looking at that email from her.
Well, like I
and-
said, she just, all weekend.
Yeah, that's fine. I
I
was
mean, I
looking
was
at
trying
that,
to help her, but.
so that's
can't-
why I was investigating and sort of asking people questions about it, and that's what I got as my answer.
If she installs a backflow preventer,
Yeah,
that's probably gonna
help
stop
out a
her
lot.
problems.
Well,
But it
Because
sounds like she's trying to say
Well,
that it's Addiston's
if you
responsibility.
remember, her mother operated a beauty salon there. In the
Yeah,
front part of the garage, there may be one there already.
if there's a backflow preventer in there, she wouldn't be getting backup because they had those problems over in Norwood. And they did what Dan said, they redirected all the drains off the roofs, et cetera. But then you have the main, like, drain line out of the house.
oh, yeah.
And
That's
if
what I
that was
doing.
connected to a
I just don't
combination
like,
sewer
usually when
before
it's just
they,
me and someone back and
uh,
forth, I don't include everybody.
before they
'Cause I'm
eliminated
just
that,
searching
what
for
happens is
information.
that line's gonna fill up and it's gonna back up. And the only way you can stop that is to put a backflow preventer in, because I've got one on my office building that I put in, because once you get a heavy rainfall, and if you got a combination sewer, that drain's not gonna stop it.
That maybe become a question of who has to do that. Maybe we can find that out from Metropolitan Sewer too.
Correct.
Lisa, if you're having some conversations with anybody there,
Oh, yeah.
might ask them
Because
about a
they're also part of the
backflow.
First Street. Because at
Okay.
least the First Street, we're getting the project done at the same time, and they're gonna take care of our resurfacing.
Mhm.
So, but this one isn't slated to even start until 2026.
Oh, wow. So that might be the answer to her
Now, not
problem.
our project. Our project's getting ready to, obviously, because you guys did get the email forwarded by Margret that I got.
Mhm.
Okay. For the bid opening, which,
This next week.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, I can go ahead and respond to her with what I've got so far from them.
Okay.
And then have you look at the basin again, just to see what's going on with that.
Yep.
If you guys don't mind.
And it sounds like she just may need a plumber herself to come out and see if it's something on her own.
If you talk
She's
to
been
her-
there.
Yeah,
She's been there. She's already had all that done.
Yeah.
If you knew Lynn, you would know, and Dan, I think you can testify to that she'll try to take every step that she can to
Oh, yeah.
make sure it's right before she,
She even comes to us.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know she
Yeah,
was.
she does actually go into it.
That's her pride and joy is that house, so.
Did you have anything, Bob?
The special meeting on January the 24th, the zone change has to be taken off and reset because I need information from, I would assume, the property maintenance person who took the application for the zone change. And I've got the legal description, and then I can draft that up, and I'm gonna have to meet with the owners to advise them of what actually is gonna have to be in the application. And I'll get that done within the next week.
Okay, that's referring to?
That's referring to the
the
gym.
Okay.
Okay.
And then do you have an idea of when we would just reschedule it? Or take it off of
Or
there?
let
Late
him-
February.
Okay.
Bob, can I ask you a quick question? In the absence of, what is the gentleman's name down the street here?
Please,
Across from Mac and Betty's.
Butch Rock.
Butch Rock. Have we made any progress to?
I'm gonna meet with the property maintenance person and provide him with a letter and a course of action.
Okay, great. Just, I know he'll ask.
What was that for?
Structure down the street.
Okay.
Property maintenance.
That was what we talked about last meeting, when he was sitting here? Was
Yeah,
that the
last
man?
two meetings.
Okay. I'm terrible with names.
So just, did you wanna, we can set the meeting after, or do you want them to set it now? I just wanna make sure
They
we're
could set
doing
it
it
at the
right.
January 24th.
Meeting, okay, okay.
That's all I have.
Okay, thanks, Bob. Before we go to committees, Dustin, did you have anything?
No, at this time.
Eric, did you have anything?
I can update council on where we stand with staffing issues right now.
If you'd like to, yeah.
So obviously,
You're
you
there now.
heard Don is leaving. We just lost Officer Brown the end of last week, so with those two holes, that's a lot of hours that Officer Brown primarily worked at least 32 hours a week, and obviously Don was full-time through the week, so that's a large chunk of hours that we're gonna have to replace. I'm gonna step into Don's hours once he's gone and work Monday through Friday. Leaves us with a pretty big hole in second shift during the week right now. I've been trying to prepare for this for the last month. We've put out applications, or put out on advertisements online. I've advertised it. We've had officers spread the word of mouth, referrals. We have a couple applicants that I'm gonna move forward on tomorrow to schedule for polygraphs and psychological exams, and hopefully get them hired and mitigate the absences that we have right now and the holes that we have in the schedule. But it's gonna be a little bumpy the second half of January with open shifts. But we'll do what we
I
can to
think we'll
get
muddle
this.
through it like we always do.
Yep, we will. Anything from me?
So is this gonna be an issue with the overtime?
Hopefully not, 'cause that's not what we try to do.
We've filled everything through up till next weekend so far, and I'm working on the rest of the month as we speak. So that's the goal, is to limit the overtime as much as we possibly can.
Thank you.
And when you get ready to do the Sykes Act, if you need to expend money, make sure you get with me on purchase orders.
I will. There'll be two of them. So I'll be in tomorrow to do that. I'll come see you as we get them scheduled.
I'll walk you through what you need to do for me.
Don explained it. I got the form, and then I'll go through it with you. It's the form from Aaron's office, right? The blue and white form?
Yeah,
Okay. I'll come see you.
okay.
Anything else? That was easy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep, welcome aboard.
I'm excited to get started.
Anybody tell him he buys lunch Friday?
Oh, I forgot about that, yeah.
I can do that.
What time? So I can make sure that I make my lunch around that time. I can come down.
Oh, boy.
Thank you, Eric.
All right, thank you.
Does anybody else in the audience have anything?
Cameraman?
You know Mark's got something, he just didn't say it out loud.
Oh, trust me, he talks when he wants to. He talks when he wants to.
He's over there talking to the camera.
All
Nobody
right,
hears
well,
him.
go ahead and move the committees. Dan?
Thank you, Mayor. I'm trying to get my feet back under me from a long holiday season. So all I have is go Bengals.
Like 6 of them has COVID, so how are they gonna win? Like, come on, like we finally get in there and then half of our teams got
They
COVID.
just have
5
to
of
wait.
them come back today.
Oh, they did? Okay. Well, I'm not a
I
big
think it's
sports person, so
5
I just
days
heard, I just
now.
heard 6.
Now it's a 5-day
Serious?
like quarantine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they changed it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like, it ain't nothing
They
like it
sure
was.
I
did.
don't know how good that is, but.
Yeah, I don't either.
They can look.
Is that all you have, Dan?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. All right, Jennifer, did you have anything?
I don't have any committees or anything yet.
Well, council's gonna have to get down to work and get that done.
Oh,
And
I
what
should've
is
kept my
that?
mouth shut.
I missed it.
All right.
I said I don't have any committees yet.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a good question. I'm glad you mentioned it because we do need to kind of get our
That's your
committees
fault.
in on. And
Yeah.
and is that council's job?
I
to
can
get that done?
recommend it, but I'm not going to this time around. You're all gonna figure that out on your
Well,
own.
that's what.
Set the committees and put
That's what the
yourselves
thing
in.
says, that council should put together the committees.
Because what I was told, last time I did it, I asked him, he said, well, you can present your recommendation, they can accept or reject.
Mhm.
I'm not presenting one. You guys
All right.
can figure that out on your own.
All right, council, then we need to set a date or a time that we can sit down and do that. Even if it means replacing people in places, we need to at least talk about it and get it done.
And please consider a beautification committee
Okay. Mhm.
specific for
Why
like,
can't we put that with Christmas?
we don't have a Christmas committee.
She's like, man, can you just?
We have,
Council,
well,
what's your
beautification
pleasure
would be
here?
for
Let's
Christmas
talk about
lights,
when
flowers,
we might
just
get this
decorative
done.
things. Anyway.
So obviously the 24th is gonna be way too busy to try and throw anything else in that meeting, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
would think.
So we need
That should
to,
stay just the way it is.
so should we do like the 7th? Or do we need it?
The sooner the
Or do we
better,
need to
actually.
set a special meeting for another day?
I would assume we set a special meeting because those days are pretty full, but just, I mean, I don't see where it's gonna take us more than an hour or
I mean, you
less.
could do it this week or next week. It doesn't have to be,
Mhm.
it's up to you guys.
Yeah, let's see. Anybody have any suggestions? I'm looking at my calendar.
Does it have to be Mondays?
No?
No, it certainly does not. Oh, by the
You
way.
can be here on a Saturday if you
July
want to bring your Saturday.
He said, no.
1. Friday nights.
We've
We'll take Friday nights,
been
yeah.
here on Saturdays.
6:30 in the morning.
The only restrictions I have is that I'll be out of town, I think, and if you can back me up on this, the 20th, that's on a Thursday, and the 28th,
27th, 28th,
29th, and 30th.
30th.
Okay, yeah. So,
Can we do like a Wednesday or a Thursday?
sure.
If you do it Wednesday, we have to make sure that we do it either early before, if there's a mayor's court, or we have to meet upstairs.
Mhm.
Well, I'm just saying, because Wednesdays and Thursdays are my official days off.
Okay.
Mondays, I call in these last few hours of my shift.
Yeah. The 19th, is that a mayor's court day?
Thursday would be
I don't
better.
have those
Say
in
that.
I
front
have
of me.
league on
Should be.
Wednesdays, so I have a,
We have.
So Thursdays would be better for
it'd be
you?
better for me.
126.
So the 19th's
So
clear?
19th is clear, actually.
He said Thursdays are better for him.
Or better?
Yeah,
That's a
Thursdays.
Thursday, isn't it? Oh, that's a,
So
Unless we
would
do
be
it
the
during the day.
Thursday.
But he's
Can you
gonna
do
we're gonna
anything
be out
during the
of town
day?
He's
Thursday.
gonna be gone the 20th.
What about
Oh,
Ronnie?
Oh, well, he should have been here. He should have Zoomed. I'm joking, I don't know.
mhm. Yeah, if we can do
If
it
you guys want to.
early on the 19th, I don't know who's got what going.
What's going on this Thursday?
This is Thursday.
What about
When is that?
Ronnie? Ronnie won't be clear on
We're
probably.
gonna be, you and I are gonna be
You
gone.
might be out. Oh, yeah, that might have changed because of COVID rules.
Oh, okay.
I'm not positive about
All
that
right.
yet.
Can somebody call him?
How about-
turned my
He's
phone
supposed to
off.
let me know
How about the
tomorrow for
12th?
sure. Which is this
Wednesday,
week on
can we do
Wednesday.
during the day?
During the day's fine, yeah.
Can you guys do during the day?
Yeah, the only one we'd have to consult with is Ronnie, if he's available during the day on Wednesday. Or if he just
Because I
says
don't
go
know if he
ahead,
would be ready to
whatever.
come back on Wednesday. That might be too
No,
soon.
that's probably too soon.
But could he Zoom? Didn't we do that in the beginning?
They ended it for us in July, but I don't know if it's, well, no, that's a council meeting, so no.
No, never mind then.
They ended that in July.
Mhm.
Does anyone have his number?
Yeah, but,
But he may not be up to talking if he's,
right.
You never know.
I don't want to bother him during a
Yeah.
council meeting.
Should we make it for next week, then he would be clear.
I would say if you do it next week, that would put him in a better
how
position to
about
be
the
here.
31st? That's the last Monday of the month.
I thought you were.
Oh,
looking
Danny
at-
and
Won't be
them,
here.
Dan, you'll be gone.
They won't be here.
No, you'll be back. I'm sorry.
The 20th.
I don't know.
28th, 29th, 30th is what I thought he said.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he did.
So the 31st maybe.
That's the last Monday of the month.
Well, we wasn't scheduled for that.
You will not
already,
be in town, Dan.
Huh?
We will not be here on January 31st.
Oh, okay.
right? So we can't do Monday.
I'm just throwing them out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about-
If 19 during the day, does somebody have an exception to that?
Is that okay with you, Al?
I'm fine with that in the daytime, yeah.
He's like, just don't mess with my night.
As long as I'm
Yeah.
back by 7, I'm good.
So, do you want to say 11 a.m., 10 a.m., earlier better?
Whatever good for everybody else.
I'm fine.
Noon? Noon? good?
That's fine with me.
Noon?
Noon on the,
Noon?
Noon.
on the 9th.
On the 19th.
Mm-hmm.
Al's bringing lunch, right?
I don't think I'm dumplings.
Okay.
All right, so Wednesday the 19th, we'll have our special.
And that's so we can decide what or I said campaigns.
Committees. Mhm.
What campaigns we're a part of, or
Right.
committees.
At noon. All right. We'll get it, okay.
I'm done.
You're done.
I don't open my mouth
Miss
too much.
Ann, did you have anything?
Oh, okay.
We're back around to you now.
I have the planning committee, or the planning is meeting tomorrow night at 6:30. And that's so that we can talk about the park and the money that we have left from that grant, just so we can figure out what we're gonna do with that.
Hamilton County grant.
Yes, it's the Hamilton County grant.
At what time did you say, Miss Ann?
6:30.
6:30. All right.
And, got that, I got that. And I would also like to make a nomination for vice mayor, since we haven't had, well, Pam's been one for a while. But I'd like to make I'd like to nominate Dan Pillow for vice mayor.
Oh, I second. I didn't even know what he was doing.
I was
Sorry.
just waiting to see if somebody's gonna second.
I was writing. My brain stopped for a second.
Motion by Ann Pillow, second by Jennifer Anderson. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
I will abstain.
Jennifer Anderson,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Do you have anything else, Miss Ann?
No, the other thing I had on my list was the assignment for the committees, and that was done. So
Yeah, I wasn't getting into that crap again.
I have this question mark beside this.
Whoops, sorry about that.
Oh, when is the meeting supposed, or is the meeting on the 24th? The one where we're gonna get Bob, Dick, and that guy that I can never remember his name, the building guy.
Don Mercer.
Don Mercer. We'd said at some point there was gonna get a meeting. All those people were there so we could get some things squared away so that hopefully we can move forward with those things and not keep dragging everything out.
The
And
24th was
is that,
the,
I didn't know.
that was for that, for the gym to be able to
That
change
was
their
for the
zoning. so
zoning.
they
Okay,
could
just
open
for
up.
zoning.
Yeah, that was for the zoning.
So do you know what I'm talking about when I say we were gonna get all those people together as well?
On who does what?
Yeah, on who does what.
Oh, right.
And have everybody face to face and know what was going on. Just to bring that back up.
Yeah,
I can be here the 24th, no problem.
well, we'll be here anyway, still. Because we changed that to the water board, right?
Yeah. You could meet before then, maybe.
I mean, we could still meet that day too, because that's all about
Yeah.
what it is.
Just gotta make sure that Mr. Mercer knows before, you know, because he's not, and Mr.
He likes
Weber.
taking off down to Florida quite a bit.
Yeah, I know.
It's that time of the year.
No, them snowbirds. I deal with them all day.
So is it the 24th or?
Yeah, we can just add it to that.
Oh, okay, at the same time.
Because we're already meeting the
Okay.
24th anyway.
Yeah, okay,
So why not just pack it in?
like we normally
Because it's the same, well, it's the same issues.
do. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah,
doing
then I'm
anything
not
we
looking
can.
You're doing the planning commission. I know you've got Jennifer and you might be able to get Jackie. But you still got Ron to replace and,
And Jennifer, because
And
once you're on
Jennifer.
council, you can't be on commission.
right. Okay, so we gotta look for that. Are you gonna find those? Very good.
Everybody's breaking down the door just to volunteer.
You know what, we just need to send out like a
I've seen 'em.
summons. Like you live in this town, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're.
Yeah,
Good.
If that works, let
Give
us
us
know.
a try,
they'll
right?
throw it out.
We'll send
But
them
yeah,
to
I
their
mean,
doors like, hey.
I've been actively looking and putting words out there just to see if anybody wants to.
I guess my only concern was that we didn't want the lack of that committee to hold down
I know, that is bothering me. So hopefully I can find a few people that'll
Yeah.
actually want to be part of something.
And they
That's
need
tough.
to be residents,
It is,
right?
because nobody wants to get
They
involved.
have to be residents, because I can start trying to,
Well, Gary-
I mean, anybody,
Gary
if
Feller
you
said
find
he'd be
somebody.
happy to come down and volunteer and do some stuff too as well. I talked to him the other day, so
See one on the planning
talk to him.
commission?
Who was that?
I talked to him.
Zoning board?
Oh.
He knows that's been open.
Talked to him.
I mean, it's definitely something that
People
needs.
talk, they don't wanna do nothing.
I know. That's the way it
Yeah,
always
Chuck, you
goes.
know.
That's all I have.
All right, thanks, Miss Ann. Al, did you have anything?
I'm not getting in there. She already got us in trouble.
Sure. All right.
I take my job
Pam?
very seriously.
I don't really have anything except for still working on the policy and procedures. I know I didn't send it out to Al and Ronnie yet. But some of these things, that's what's missing, like knowing who, like the positions on some of these descriptions. So if we get that resolved on the 24th and a couple other things, so we can get that in order
All right.
and set a meeting. And we also need to do a finance meeting. Soon as
But not
you're-
until next week,
next
because
week
I'm
sometime.
still
Okay,
cleaning up or finishing out.
so we can get that done too. Other
At
than
least
that,
you can use the committee list as a reference for right now, at least.
yeah,
Just put people in somewhere and
yeah,
keep it rolling.
yeah. All right.
All right. Is that all you had,
That's it.
Pam?
That was it.
Thank you, Pam.
You're welcome.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Before anybody else opens their mouth.
Who seconded that?
Everybody else has anything?
Motion by Dan Pillow to adjourn, second by Ann Pillow. Call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Glick,
Okay.
and Dustin.
Yay.